welcome back and welcome to another kind of series talk. I recently read for the 24 in 48 readathon the Selection series by Kiera. You'll have seen me talking about this on here and all over social media and while I was reading it. And so I wanted to talk about the series as a whole. On my blog, I'm going to review them. I put a poll out on Twitter as to how people wanted to review them. At the moment, it's looking like they want me to review the first 3 as a series and the second 2 as a series, because they are kind of like 2 different series, even though they take place with the same people in a sense. The last 2 in the series are their own little duology and the first 3 are a trilogy, but they do link together. So it's like 2 companion series basically. Let me tell you what the Selection is all about. I have my description here. So it's the chance of a life. 35 beautiful girls, 35 beautiful rivals. It's the chance of a lifetime, and 17-year-old America singer should feel lucky. She has been chosen for the Selection, a reality TV lottery in which the special few compete for the gorgeous Prince Maxon's love. Swept up in a world of elaborate gowns, glittering jewels and decadent feasts, America is living a new glamorous life, and the prince takes a special interest in her, much to the outrage of the others. Rivalry within the Selection is fierce, and not all of the girls are prepared to play by the rules. But what they don't know is that America has a secret, one which could throw the whole competition and change life forever. So it is about this sort of reality TV competition. So there's that aspect of it, which is really great. And then we've got the aspect that it takes place in this different world. Now, I originally, when all the hype around these books was first out, I was like, oh, it's a fantasy series. I don't really read fantasy. I like things that take place in real life. I like things that take place in the real world. And basically this takes place in the future. So we've had a 3rd and a 4th World War, and America is being controlled by a monarchy, and so that's kind of why it's different and how it's different. And then we've got this reality TV competition, these girls all vying for the love of the prince to become the princess. And basically in this world there's caste systems as well, so you can be anything from an 8 to a 1, and the royal family is the 1s, and America goes into this competition as a 5, although when she enters the competition she finds out that when she leaves she'll be a 3, so just being in the competition helps her family out. So I read the Selection on Kindle, and then I read The Elite, the second book in the series, on hard copy. I read the one as a combination of audiobook and hard copy. Got this one from the library, went too slow though. And then I read The Heir, which is the 4th book in the series, or the 1st book in the second duology, on audiobook, and then The Crown as a physical book. Even though I seem to have this on ebook and audiobook as well, I just had a real selection of different ways to read these books. So I enjoyed this more than I thought I would. It's not the most in-depth of stories. It's quite light and fluffy and quite easy to read and quite quick to read, which is why I picked to read them back to back during a readathon, and why I was a bit ambitious and thought I might read The Crown as well, but I only got as far as The Heir during the actual readathon. The fantasiness of it wasn't anything to be put off by. It's real world enough that, you know, I could believe what was happening. That they don't have computers and they don't have kind of the same technology that we have, but they do still have TV, so in a way it's more sort of primitive than our society today. But I found the world really easy to get into. I found the kind of royal family really easy to understand as well, and I am going to read the happily ever after stories at some point. I'm not in a massive rush to read them, but I did check them out at the library. So that apparently has family trees in as well, which is going to help. I thought the Selection series, the first 3 books as a whole, were good as a an entire series. I did find myself going from the selection, okay, oh, I have to pick up the elite now, and then the elite, oh, I have to pick up the one now, because they kind of end on a bit of a cliffhanger. And so it was really interesting to see the competition taking place, but also kind of follow America through the competition as well. There is a little bit of violence because there's a little bit of rebellion and war going on, and there are some romantic moments as well. There's a little bit of kissing going on and some kind of like, you know, feelings romance as well. America as a character, her, oh, you want to be part of this process. I want to be a princess. No, I don't want to be part of this process. I don't want to be a princess. Oh, I do. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, I do. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, I really like Maxon. Oh, no, I don't. I hate him. Oh, I really like him. I hate... That really annoyed me. So her as kind of a vessel to take the story through was good. And I liked the kind of moments when she had her own power and when she controlled her own destiny, in a sense. Like, she could be a really strong female, but then there was this indecision, and I guess this maybe comes from her being a little bit younger. I mean, I don't want to generalize, I'm saying maybe, but the indecision really annoyed me. And he was very similar as well. He was very like, oh, I like this person, I like that person, I want to do the selection, I don't want to do the selection, and that was really annoying. So in a way, I felt that the last two books in the series didn't have that annoying aspect, and so I kind of liked those ones just as much, if not maybe a little bit more, because there was less of this back and forth, indecision, back and forth. So the second two sort of turn it on its head, and this time it's a princess looking for her prince, and so it's males, 35 males who are the ones who are part of the selection, and it's the same process. She has to narrow it down to the elite and then find the one, and in a way I think I preferred those two because it was a stronger female lead in sort of more senses. Like, America could be a strong female lead, but she was just the indecision. So yeah, by the time we get to the crown, I'm like, yes, I'm liking this female. I'm liking her as a main character. And I found the men that she had to choose from a little bit more interesting than some of the women. I think they had a few more facets to their personality than some of the women in the initial three series. So as a story, I you know, was put off reading the last two by what a lot of people had said, but I think that it does well as a series as a whole. I think you could read the duology without reading the first three, but you would be spoiled for events that happen in the first three, but they would stand alone on their own. You could read the first three and then be like, right, okay, I've come to the end of that story, I've come to the conclusion. That's it for those three. And like I say, I think the characters in the last two I liked a little bit more than the characters in the first three. But yes, definitely easy reads, definitely not too fantasy. A little bit of like sort of, it sounds odd because they're set in the future, but a bit historical because obviously it's surrounding a royal family. And it's interesting because of the way that America has got to be the way it is. America the country, not America the character. So yeah, generally positive. I'd say they were all kind of 4-star reads. Not anything spectacular, they didn't blow me away, but I liked them and they were nice reads and they were easy reads, and they were very easy reads to read for a readathon. Okay, so that is my thoughts on the selection series. Still got a bit of sunburn from reading outside during the booktubeathon. Crazy. I will be back with another video for you soon. As always, my social media links are in the description box below. Link to my blog is there too. So if you're missing me between videos, just follow me on social media and I will keep you up to date with everything I'm reading, how I am reading it, and my thoughts on what I am reading. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I would love to hear from you if you have read these books, of course, as always. And I would love it so much if you hit that subscribe button. I have got a subscriber giveaway coming up very soon. Okay, I will see you in my next video. Bye.